Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamti Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi asume sumwe kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamti Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. land where courage blooms. Mazinamti Kanu stands defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Sumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Gafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the shadows chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamti Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Gafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. I found some as some way quensu, you're next in time, a warrior for justice, a poet of rhyme. May your spirit soar beyond prison walls, and may Gafra's freedom reign as destiny calls. This song is a creative expression and tribute. Mazinamti Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Zumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please do welcome others. It's very important. We are live at our various platform. We are live at our YouTube, Ikechukwu Izumezu. If you are listening to the sound of our voice, please endeavor to hit the like button and share the program and subscribe on our YouTube channel, Ikechukwu Izumezu. It's very important. We're also live at our two page on Facebook, Ikechukwu Omadi Izumezu and Mazi Izumezu Nwekwensu. These two pages, we are live there right now. If you are listening to us from any of our pages, please endeavor to hit the like button, share the program, invite your loved ones. It's very important. We are also live on TikTok. On TikTok, you will get us with the name Mazi Zumezu Nwekwensu. If you're on TikTok listening to us, please share the program. It's very important. Thank you. And we are live on Twitter. On Twitter, we get out with the name Ichukwudi Benjamin Ezumezu. On Twitter, we are live there. Please share the message and invite your loved ones. It's very important. Today's program is we want to pass a message to our brother, Rufai. We want to pass a message To him, our loving brother Rufai Oseni, Arise TV presenter, we want to pass a message to him. It's going to be a very quick one. We want to pass a message to him because Rufai Oseni is someone we love so much. Is someone a lot of people love so much. Rufai Oseni is someone that people like his energy, the way he speaks is very vocal. A lot of people is following Arise TV because of the fight Oseni. A lot of people, including me, I'm following Arise TV because of the fight Oseni. A lot of people love Arise TV because of this guy, the fight Oseni, the way he speaks. He speaks with boldness. He's not afraid to confront you. He asks you questions that needed to be asked. A lot of people fall in love with him and fall in love with Arise TV. But a couple of days, the incident that happened, and everyone is expecting Rufai Oseni to speak on it. Everybody was expecting, including me, was expecting him to address this issue. But guess what? That thing we know about him, we didn't see it. That thing we know about Rufai Oseni, we didn't saw it. Arise TV turned blind eyes. Even Rufai Oseni is private or is private media handle, I think on YouTube and also on Facebook. Rufai did not say anything about it, and that make me to say, that bring me up, and that make me to pass a message to Rufai Oseni to ask him what is going on. What is going on, Rufai Oseni? Because if you lose that your quality that we know you about, believe me, people will run away from you. Believe me, people will no longer follow Arise TV. There is so much energy that is around you, and that energy follow through you to Arise TV. If you lose that energy, if you lose that will I say that mentality or that energy within you, people will turn off from Arise TV, and people will turn off from you. I'm here to remind you about yourself, why people love you so much. Because you're never afraid to speak out your mind and ask what is happening. You see, the way I dress, so that people will not call you say, hey, this guy is an IPOP. The way I dress, you will know that I am IPOB member. I am IPOP member. You see look at my background. That's my great leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The man beside him is the lead counsel, the wise counsel, Aloy Edimako. You can see my beret, you can see my shirt. So without be told, you know, I am IPOB member. I am a citizen for Biafra. So that's for sure. You can see the way I dress. We are proud. I am proud to be an IPOB member. I am proud to be subject to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for his people. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for we to live as a woman. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for we to be proud of ourselves, and for we to harness our destiny on our hands, for we to showcase the world who we are. So that is it. I am happy remember. So Rufai Oseni, what happened? I have to play you some of your videos, and permit me to play some of your videos, please. Rufai Oseni, I say, what happened? When Bola Ahmed Tinubu accepted the media charts, Arise TV was there and other channels. You are not there, but you guys hosted it. Ruben Abati was there. People were expecting this great question that must be asked about the Southeast insecurity, about Mazen Nankan incarceration. But that question was not asked. That question was not asked. Okay? Mazen Nankan was asked to come to court on 10th of February 2025. And he went. And we all see what happened. We see what is trending. Up till now, is it trending? Arise TV, keep moods. The great man we know you to be, you refuse to talk. Even in Arise TV, and even in your own channel on Facebook, on YouTube. Rather, you guys are talking about very dark man. What a nation, what a country. What a country that's a man. People are running after a man for their justice. People don't go to the stakeholder police to report their problem. Rather, they go to an individual to report their problem. What a country. It's a shame. Now, that day, you guys are talking about really dark man. But the main issue that's trending all over the world, people refuse to talk about it. And I ask why. What is happening, Mr. Rufai? Or did they mandated you guys not to talk about it? Did Ndoka told you guys not to talk about it? But you guys cannot stop it. Because Mazen Nan, the kind of work I repeat, Mazen Nan, the kind of work Rufai, I know you are here now, we are watching now. Because I tag you on this program. And I expected a lot of people to tag you too. Rufai, why are you not talking about it? You didn't talk about it on Arise TV. You did not talk about it on your personal media. And I asked why. What is going on? Is there any threat to you? Because we know where you stand. You stand that Mazen should be released. I will play the video. People will listen to it. We know where you stand. You believe that Mazen should be released. But I'm asking you, why are you not talking? Why do you not analyze what happened in court on 10th of February 2025? Why? The point the IPOB leader Mazen Kanu raised up, why do you not analyze it to Biafrans and to the world? Or you don't like the way you sound? Let's forget about the way you sound. How about the points? How about the Nigerian Constitution? He quoted. Fine. So I'm asking you, what happened to your analyze on issues like this? why do you become mute? Because people are expecting, a lot of people are expecting you to analyze the situation in the court. The issue that Mazina can lays up. If Arise TV asks you guys not to talk about it, why can't you say it on your media, on your personal media platform? Why? I saw it was, I think that was a couple of weeks ago, a day President Trump was inaugurated, and I saw some people that are rejected from Biafrans. Arise TV went went to interview them, and as soon as they started talking about Biafra, the journalist from Arise TV, cut them off. And I laughed. I said, what kind of journalist is this? People are expecting you to bring their message to the public. Because you hear the name of Biafra and you cut them off, you don't want to listen to what they are saying. And I ask you, is Nigeria good for you? Is Nigeria a great country? Is Nigeria working? But you guys will come on air to blame the government. But between you guys are doing the needful. What government wants you guys to do, what the corrupt country wants you to do. That man in America, far away America, cut the people off because they started mentioning Biafra. And in your studio, our sisters there was laughing. They say, yes, they appreciate the man for cutting the man off. You guys they don't want you guys to use your media to pass the message to the world. And I hold my head. I say, what? I say, what? But the same you guys, sometimes we come on media, we say that Nigeria is not working. We will castigating some individuals, some politicians. But when issue like this came up for you to bring out to the world, you guys will kill it down. We put it under the carpet. Are you helping, or are you helping the politician or the corrupt government against the will of the people? So, Mr. Rufai, I'm asking, I said, why? What is happening? If you lose the material, if you lose what we know you to be, you will lose your popularity. Believe me, you will lose your popularity. People love you for what you believe, for what you stand for, or how you speak, because you will remain fearless. But today, lion is no longer a lion. Are you a sheep, Rufai? I hear you talk about this lawyer, this great guy. What's his name? Look to me. Yeah, I think look to me something. You can see that guy remain focused, remain consistency. He stand for what he believe. They get him arrested. He still stand for what he believe. It doesn't matter. He say if he died, that be it. He stand for what he believe. That former lawyer, look to me something. Now secretary to Ofalefele, you can see the way that guy stands, fighting for what he believe for. He's not afraid. They arrested him. People come out and start talking about it. Today he's free. We expect you to be in that form. If Ndoka and Rice TV don't want you because you're saying the truth, then you live there. Go on your individual until we will follow you because the truth. Because truth pays. Lies don't pay. So far, I want to use this opportunity to play some of your video. And I want people to listen to what you said. And again, you find on your personal media, you once told us that you're going to talk about the leadership, the corruption in leadership. You have that as a duty to talk about it. And I asked, on 10th of February 2025, at Abuja High Court, the court of Binta Nyako, why do you not analyze what happened? Why do you not analyze the incarceration of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Why do you not analyze the injustice against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? And Mazen Kanu said, why in his tongue, why when it comes to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the constitution of Nigeria changed, the law of Nigeria changed? Mazen Kanu asked that question. And Rufai, we're expecting you. It's not too late. People want you to analyze that issue. People want you to talk about it. If what Mazen Kanu said, if the law he quoted, if Mazen Kanu is a liar or not. People want you, people are waiting for you to talk about it. And what Mazen Kanu said about Justice Binta Nyako, husband and son, if it's lie or true. Before you must use your platform. If Arise TV don't want you to analyze it on their company or on their jurisdiction, what I mean decision, I'm talking about Arise TV company. You go on your personal page, because we are still expecting you to talk about it. We are still expecting you to tell the world if what Mazen Kanu said, if it's a lie or truth. Rufai, I want to play you this your video. It's about 23 minutes and 26 seconds. What he said about Nigeria history. I want you to listen.
I'm going to be talking about something called the genesis of distortion. I titled it, I said the genesis of distortion. The reason why Nigeria it is today is because there's a genesis to the distortion. It didn't start today. And I'll take you back to some key dates. I'll take you back to the year 1914. The year 1914 was the year they amalgamated the Northern and the Southern Protectorate. But before then, the British had first amalgamated the Southern Protectorate. Because you see, when they came, they met us fighting ourselves. Prior to that time, we had fought the Kiriji and Jojalomi wars. So in the South, for instance, when the British came, the only thing they had to do was just to unite the warring factions. Because the Ijesha-Kiti Parapọ̀ were fighting deep, the Oyo people and all of that. So we were fighting and we had made a lot of slaves. Most of the people that went from the Kiriji and Jalomi wars were those that went as slaves to Latin America. Those are the people that came back as what we call the Agudaos. These are the likes of the Darochas. So that's why you see that Lagos Island is filled with a lot of Brazilian architecture. They even celebrate Fanti Festival. In fact, we eat frijon in Christmas. Frijon is not native to us. It's Portuguese food. So those were the cultures they brought back. But how did we get those cultures? Because we were fighting. So they said the kingdom of God suffered violence. And this violence can take us by force. We were already fighting from hitherto. Then the British came, settled the fight, then they colonized. The first inroad of the British in what is called Lagos colony today came in the middle 1800s, when two people too were fighting over the throne of Lagos, Kosoko and Akitoye. So they called in the British to come and settle fights. But you see, when you call a bigger man to come and settle fights of something that is very juicy, what do? They take it from you. So when Akitoye went aboard a ship called the HMS Prometheus on the Lagos Marina here, and he said, the British said, we don't know what you're talking about. Sign this edict that you will cede Lagos to us. So Lagos became a crown colony, and that's why in 1906, the first thing we did was the Southern Protectorate, the other fighting parts of the Yoruba parts, and Lagos colony. And that's why you see up till 1960, in fact, when we gained independence in 1960, residents full-born in Lagos had the chance to either choose a British passport or a Nigerian passport. But a lot of them opted for Nigerian passport. So after that amalgamation, they started to rule over us. So guess the things they started to do to us. The first thing they did was they distorted our mindset. That's the genesis of the distortion. So they told you that your black color was never good enough. How did they do it? Indoctrinations. At first, they told you have to go through an education system. And after the education system, they say your language was not good enough, so they taught you in English. Have you ever wondered that if we are taught mathematics in Igbo, there will have been more people with a sound understanding of mathematics than in English? So the first thing you have to do, you have to learn your colonizer's language. And when you learn your colonizer's language, they took away your identity on how to think. So they call your customs and traditions idolatry. And the last thing they did was that they set up a fight between you, because they know if you are united, then there's going to be a problem. You remember the Tower of Babel? Even our God knew the importance of unity. So what did he do? He changed the language. So they set up a fight. And it's so easy. How would they do it? They have agents. Stir up ethnic strife. Yorubas will fight Hausa, Hausas will fight Igbos, and all of that. And they fan the embers. And they constantly do it. So the first genesis of distortion was the initial colonialism, and they continued. In fact, they did it up till 1959, when we had the first elections, the 12th of December. You know what they deliberately did? That election, we know who won that election. Who had more votes? The NCNC had more votes. But originally, the British had planned that it was going to be a hung parliament. You know what they call a hung parliament? A hung parliament is when there's no clear winner in a parliamentary system. So you have to form a government of national unity. The British had known that it will be either the Yorubas and the Igbos, the Action Group, or the NCSC, and the MPC. The MPC was standard. So that was how they did it. And that was what happened. But they knew that was going to bring a very big problem. You had a boisterous Action Group in opposition. There was going to be problems. And they knew it was not going to last. And they knew that it was going to open more fault lines that led to the war in 66. So have you ever wondered that it was just after 6 years after the first elections? No, then we had another elections in 64-65 that spanned into 64-65. So pretty much 6 years after the first election and 2-3 years after the second election, then we had a civil war that further deepened the fault line. So the first agent of distortion, and I'm sure we all know that, it will take years for you to recover from such a strife like that. So they have set the tone for what became the war, and they are giving it to us at a beat, and we are taking it. So once we are taking it, once we have fought the first civil war and all of that, and when the civil war started, they were the ones too that started selling their weapons. So afterwards, they had started the first genesis of distortion. They had caused hatred amongst us. The hatred means that we will never be able to come together. And please, that's why I say every wall of hatred you have for your brother, break it. Because if they can take our unity, they can take our strength. So once they caused that hatred, we couldn't come together again. And that's what we've been circling with In the last election, our problem was not about tribe or religion, but they made it about tribe or religion in the end. Because they know the genesis of distortion. So that's the first genesis of distortion. And that's why you see that life in Nigeria has now become something like an Obasian state. It is brutish. We talk about Leah Sharibu. Leah Sharibu is a symptom of a deeper problem. We talk about Nigeria not work. It was not structured in a way that it was going to work, because people wanted to take it for their own benefits. And that's why they don't like the truth. That's why they want to dominate every sphere. They want to shut people down in the media when you try to rat them out. So they deliberately put all of these things in place so that these systems and these hegemonies will not make you come together or work. You think all of a sudden Boko Haram just starting? It's also part of a grand system. Now that we've properly destroyed parts of this country with kidnapping, insecurity and all of that, it's easy for non-state actors to roam wild. So there was a genesis to the national distortion, and they knew what they were doing. Pre-independence, post-independence. This game is so big that our politicians are just being played as a pawn in the game. But you know why it's easy to play our politicians? Because they see their greed. A nation can never grow if the leaders are greedy. A nation can never grow if the leaders are greedy. Once they see greed, they exploit the greed of the leaders. Have you ever noticed, why is it that most African countries are poor? Because their leaders are greedy. And they are taking advantage of the mindset of their leaders to destroy the nations. For what reason? For natural resource. Because they know we are blessed. You know, Nigeria has the capacity to be a $10-15 trillion economy. Even more than that. America is going to about 20 trillion now. We have the capacity to be a superpower. But they know we have so much resource. So the next thing they do is they target the greed of our leaders and the selfish interest of our leaders, and they pull the buckle. So our leaders are so content with them having 5-10 billion in their bank accounts, rather than the collective development of the people. I mean, look at how bad the roads are in Lagos. For a Lagos that collects a lot of taxes. So it's not even about the politicians. It's about the systems that break all of us down, that create this national distortion. Even with our security system. That's why you see, it will now have different layers. They will put ethnicity in it. They'll put religion in it. But these things are deeper than ethnicity and religion. Because they need you to be confused about the dimensioning of these systems. They don't want you to think and know where it's coming from. So the truth is, you can't grow beyond the system that is fraudulent.
Let me say something here before I allow you to continue the fight. We say that no nation can grow if the leaders are great. And that is fact. That is the honest truth. That is gospel. And that is why we lost the Biafra war. Because our leader, Ojukwu, is not greedy. That is why we lost the Biafra war. You ask me how. When the war started, the British government want to play the double head game, supporting Nigeria and also supporting Biafra. And they came to Ojukwu to talk about the oil. And Ojukwu said to them that the oil did not belong to him, the oil belonged to the people. When Biafra is restored, you guys are going to sit down with the Biafrans to talk about the oil. And they say, no, we cannot work with this man. This is how Biafra war starts. This is how we lose the battle. Because Britain say, no, these people cannot be trusted. Or if they give them the support, they cannot be trusted to their own personal interest. They now divert all their energy to Nigeria. They started communicating with Russia and France not to support Biafra. You know, when the war started first, France supported Biafra. It was Britain. After that meeting with our late People's General, our late General, Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu, Ojukwu said, no, the oil belongs to the people. So Ojukwu is not greedy. And Britain said, no, they move. So this is what I want to point out here. Let's continue here listening to you, Rufai.
That's why you see the way we are today with the Naira. All of a sudden, the Naira, that used to be 1-to-1 with the dollar. Look at where it is today. It's 1,004 something. When they were defending the Naira, and we kept on telling them there are no fundamentals, they thought I was joking. They said, oh, that boy is a stupid boy. Has the Naira not started rising again? For a country that is so much blessed with milk and honey, and its currency cannot be stable, you will know to a large extent that is because the leaders are not thinking right and they've been sucked in. So maybe sometime soon we'll defend the Naira even more and it will go back to square one again. But please do not think the Naira will go back to where it used to be before. I'm sorry, I'm in the church, I believe in hope and faith, but I'm a realist to the core. I not sabi deceive people. No. If you think it will be 1-to-1, be careful with what you think. Oh. Except we change the systems and the mindset that makes it difficult for us not to be able to produce as a country. Except to become a productive nation. Except we now start to tackle the genesis of this national distortion, we're not going to go anywhere. So insecurity you are seeing is a symptom. Have you ever wondered why growing up the same army that used to be so powerful cannot get rid of bandits? So you think all of a sudden it just happened? It didn't just happen. You think the system just got destroyed like that? It didn't just start. It was systematically, and they kept on seeping into our consciousness and our mindsets. And that's why you see it's getting more difficult by the day. But you see, in all of this, for those that have facts and know the Lord, their feet shall be firm on the ground. But the thing is, it's not about just having facts and knowing the Lord. So what are you doing about it in your space? Are you part of the national greed? Because the world has enough to meet human need, not human greed. So we have a leadership that wants to meet their greed and meet our need. It can never be possible. That's why you see how much trillion, 26.7 trillion budgets. It's not going to go far. You know why? There's so much greed. A lot of people want to eat. Egunje. So those are the real agents of distortion. Except to understand that these systems are systems that were built inherently not to make Nigeria work, we will be fooling ourselves. And people like Leah Sharibu and other people that have been caught in the crossfire of Nigeria are just victims in all of this. They're just symptoms. The issues are deeper. In the last 10 years, have you seen real progress? It keeps decelerating. Have you ever wondered why? Because there are no fundamentals. All we have is little successes that people amplify, but it doesn't make it true. What 50 naira could buy 10 years ago, can it buy today again? We say we have gas, we are flaring gas, but we can't buy gas in our own country without having an exorbitant fee. We produce electricity, but it's not enough. Despite the fact that they don't give you power, they now come and say band A. And you're not even getting the band. The electricity agency is like bandits. Today, this morning, I had lots of power in the house. I recharged, how much? Was it 35, 40,000 naira? And I got, I think, how many units did I get? Maybe a little over 100 units. But have you ever wondered, why is it that at some point power was a lot better then than it is today? Some people will say, oh, it's because Nigeria population grew. No. It's because the system kept on getting corrupt, and more greedy, and more greedy, and more greedy, and more greedy, to the point of distortion. And if care is not taken, it's going to be worse. I don't like to deceive people, though. Yes. If the church does not rise up and speak truth to power, if the actors do not rise up and speak truth to power, it's going to be worse. If they ever told you that we can have a country where
Rufai, look at what you said here. If the church did not rise and speak to the power, they will not change. And you say, what are you guys doing with your space? And you said before, are they trying to shut the media? Now I ask you this question, Rufai. Why do you refuse to talk on what happened on 10th of February 2025 in Federal High Court Abuja in the case of Mazin Nandikano? Are they shutting you down? What are you doing with your space? I'm putting this question to you, Rufai, my brother. Are they shutting you down, Rufai? Is Nduka using his space to shut you down, to cover your rights? Say no to him. You must speak up for what you know you to be. We see, I will call it a confession from IBB when he launched his book, and he's talked about the June election, the announcement of Chief Emeka Abiola presidential results. And he said, if it's to be today, he will do it in another different way. But before you talk about it, that is okay. But how about what IBB also said about the Q1966 January? That is not an Igbo Q. We never see Alliance TV to talk about it. All we are seeing is June 12, June 12, June 12. It's okay to talk about it. But that this 1966 Q was the beginning of the problem in Nigeria. This is where all it started from. If you want to cut a tree, you want to take a tree out, you have to go for the taproot and dig it out. It will kill the tree. But if you cut the branches, it will also be grow from there. January 1966 is the mother of all the problem in Nigeria today. And it's as a result of British government they mastermind it, they target Igbo Q. And that leads to millions of our people, of my people, being massacred in the north. And that leads to Biafra Civil War, which you also talk about. Why do you guys refuse to talk about it? Why did Arise TV refuse to speak this thing to the power? For almost 59 years, the Nigerian government has succeeded turning this against Igbos. That it was a military coup, a Igbo coup, that Igbo by their leader. But they refuse to tell the world that the same Igbo killed his own brother in presence of his own pregnant wife, just to put Awolowo in seat of power. The same Igbos, a junior officer, killed by his own brother in presence of his pregnant wife, just because to put Awolowo in seat of power. Do you see how evil Nigeria is? As a matter of fact, Kaduna Nzogu is not that Q 1966. Kaduna Nzogu, according to IBB, is more Hausa. It's more Hausa than Igbo. He was born and bred and grew up in Hausa lands. The only thing that makes him to be Igbo is the name. Part of his name. Kaduna is not Nzogu. Kaduna Nzogu acted, that Q acted just to put Nigeria in a great way or in a great direction. It's not an Igbo Q. It's not an ethnicity. They did not mean to execute one ethnicity. No. And the people that participated in that queue, they are not all Igbos. From the north, from the west, they are part of the queue. Are they shutting you down, Rufai? I'm asking you this question. Are they shutting you down? Let's continue listening to you.
Where they can kidnap somebody for close to 10 years. Would you ever have believed it in Nigeria before? No. If they ever told you that you have a country where food can be this expensive, would you ever believe it? If they ever told you that Nigeria now will be so at a point that Benin Republic, their currency is bigger than ours. If you saw the front page of the Telegraph newspaper yesterday, they said Nigerian neighboring countries now reject Naira up for CFA and dollar because CFA is 650 to the dollar. Naira is 1,004 something to the dollar. And if care is not taken, it's going to be worse because at some point we are getting to 1,900. This was the same CFA that as at the early 90s, 16,000 naira was 1 million CFA. So the ingredients of national distortion, and in all of this, the political class still wants to grab power. So the ingredients of national distortion is greed. But the funny thing is, what I'm most scared about is the greed of the people. Because you see, all of these unscrupulous politicians, they have agents. Some of them will have agents in this place, isn't it? But because, and I'm going to talk to you today, because of what you want to benefit, you see the truth and you look away. You don't know you're doing yourself. Because if this country is good, it's going to be good for all of us. If this country is not good, it's not going to be good for all of us. Are you happy the way it is that as a city as big as Lagos, we don't have pipe-borne running water? When last can you open your tap and say this is government running water? And for you to still do borehole, they are going to charge you for doing borehole. But guess what? I had a friend that was telling me, I said, 1992, when he moved into his house on Molly Estate, there was pipeline running water that came into his house, and they said, connect to government water. So how did the situation become deplorable over the years? So these are the agents of national distortion, and that's why I say insecurity is just part of them. The same north that people used to love to drive to in the past, very lovely roads that your car will even break down, you will sleep on the road, are places that you can't go again because of greed and national strife. But let me tell you, they will look for all sorts of things to cloud it. They will call it, oh, it's because of tribalism and everything. That's why you, the people, need to be united. Yoruba, for an Igbo man, the Yoruba brother is not your problem. For a Yoruba man, an Igbo man is not your problem. For an Hausa man, and a Igbo man is not your problem. The thieving political class are your problems. Because of their own greed, and they don't want you to thrive and move further. And because it's always been a fight between the masses and the bourgeoisies. That was what the British too did during the colonial days. They will always build systems of exploitation from you. They will levy you, they will tax you. Number one system of it is taxes. Now they want to collect what tax from you? Cyber security taxes. Has your earning increased? So, and that's the mindset of a few continue to get richer, while a lot of people continue to get poorer. Real quickly, how do we break these agents of national distortion? Number one, unity. We must unite across every cultural bound, because our real problems are the perpetrators of evil, not your brother from another tribe. And that's why today I come here on behalf of Nigeria. Anybody that's been caught in any tribal debacle or war, please apologize, let's forgive. For this last election, please let's forgive. We can't continue to hold the hurt so much. It will stop us from progress. These are bad people, want the division to continue so that we will not be able to reason properly for ourselves. So it's a gimmick to set us against each other. You are not my brother. You are not my problem, my brother. You are not my problem, my sister. It is those who are manipulating us that are trying to cause chaos amongst us. So please, whoever is hot, I beg, on behalf of the integrity and the hope we expect in this country, let's forgive. Another thing, we need to hold our politicians accountable. And that's why I say kudos to you, sir. Please, a big round of applause for Reverend. A big round of applause for Reverend. As a church is set up an advocacy group, most churches will not try it. Because they'll be waiting for the day one politician will come and donate drum. Or they'll be waiting for the day politician will come and they will endorse them on stage.
So, this is oh sorry, I have to put my laptop on charger. Hold on. Yeah. So this video is 5 months ago. It's about 5 months ago. This is the great message Rufai preach in the church. And he make a lot of point there. He said, are they shutting the media down? He said, what are you using with your space that you must speak to the power? And I'm asking Rufai today, are they shutting you down not to speak? Are they shutting you down not to speak? What are you doing with your space? The reason why I'm passing this message to you because I have so much love on you. I like the way you talk. I like you being focused, that you are stable. You are fearless. A lot of people follow TV because of you, and also me because of you. If you begin to lose that quality that we know you to be, guess what? People will abandon you, and it's not going to be nice. We want you to maintain who we know Mr. Rufai Oseni of. We want you to maintain that quality. If Ndoka Arise TV don't want you to say the truth, guess what? Leave it. Leave that TV station. It's not going to be your end. It's not going to be your end, Rufai. And like in comment section, someone say even the voice of Nigeria has been talking about it. Voice of the people, please. He said voice of the people. Okay. He said voice of the people are talking about it. And everywhere it was trending. Everywhere it was trending. And Rufai, why didn't you talk about it? How about the open letter? The open letter from Mazda come to the public. Rufai, you have not talked about it. Rufai, you are losing who you know you of. You are losing that quality. You are losing that love we have on you. The open letter. Everything man can say there, Rufai, you don't talk about it. You don't analyze it. Arise TV refuse to talk about it. But we give kudos to Channel TV. We give kudos to Channel TV. Channel TV, they talk about it, then analyze what happened in the court on 10th of February 2025. We give kudos to Channel TV. And my people, I think it's time we can have change of mind to follow Channel TV. Any TV station in Nigeria that have interest of the people on their ad, we will follow them. We will show them that love. Rufai disappointed us. I must be honest. If Rufai did not talk about it on Arise TV, on Money Show, why didn't Rufai talk about it on his own media? Are they shutting you down on your own media too, Rufai? If you are here listening to me, if you want to join, you are here. The channel, the link is there. I don't put on phone number to start calling. No, come through the link. The link is there on YouTube and on Mazes Mezumwe Quinsu on Facebook. Is there. You can come in. So Rufai, are they shutting you down? Now let's listen to another of your video. What you said that you must be doing, and we want to ask you: are you doing what you said? Let's listen to it, Rufai. What you said about the leadership.
A leadership process that does a lot for the continent. A leadership process that determines if the continent is going to be good or be bad. A leadership process that makes or mar generations yet unborn. A leadership process
that cohabits a lot of effort into success and development. And that's why this year, I'm going to be doing a lot to be able to challenge that leadership process and the mindset of a lot of people. Challenge the leadership and also challenge the mindset of the population. Because if the continent doesn't grow, it's a reflection of the inimical leadership process. That cohabits a lot of effort into success and development. And that's why this year, I'm going to be doing a lot to be able to challenge that leadership process and the mindset of a lot of people. And that's why this year, I'm going to be doing a lot to be able to challenge that leadership process and the mindset of a lot of people. And that's why this year, I'm going to be doing a lot to be able to challenge that leadership process and the mindset of a lot of people. Challenge the leadership.
So, Rufai, this is what you said, that you are going to challenge that leadership process. Rufai, are you challenging it now by keeping mute of what happened on 10th of February? Are you challenging that leadership now by not talking the most trending issue in Africa, in Nigeria? Are you challenging that process by keeping mute on Mazin Nankano public letter, open letter to the public? Before I want you to listen to Mazin Nankano. I want you to listen. Let me see if I can get. I have the video. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on, just a minute. I want to download the video. Just few minutes, few seconds. We are just having an information now that Pope Francis have passed away at age of 88 years. Just an information that Pope Francis has passed away at age of 88 years. So may his soul rest in peace.
Corruption charges. They sent
So
back my
Rufai,
case
please listen to
so
my
they can
point.
release or
Listen.
smoothing the pathway for the husband and the son. They are facing. It doesn't matter if they off it. In a corrupt society, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that she is no more. No. That she is no more going to try me. Why are they insisting? Why are they insisting? I ask. Because they have no case against me. They have no case against me, and they know it.
Rufai, this man's not kind of speaking. Let me play another video, Rufai. In case you didn't see the video, let me play another video again for you.
Listen, this is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution, and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact. Yes. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra by right to a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra by right.
So, Rufai, this Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, everything he said in the courts, he presents the law according to Nigeria Constitution, according to the law of Nigeria. Rufai, why are you keeping moods? What are you using your space to do? Are they shutting you down? Just like you said, they are shutting the media down. Now, let's play you what transpired in the court that very day. In case you have not seen it, but I know you have seen it. I want to play it to you, Rufai. I want you to hear from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
He did me something in my case. I refused him. He was office official. I asked him to recuse himself. Why did the chief judge insist I was right? He left my case.
Okay, listen. If anybody is not happy with this,
Rufai, this is inside court. And you can hear Mazen Nnamdi Kanu defending himself. And you can also hear the voice of Binta Nyako. Please, I want you to listen to
He did me something in my case. I refused him. He was office official. I asked him to recuse himself. Why did the chief judge insist I was right? He left my case.
okay, listen. If anybody is not happy with this, which is you, then you need to go and
No, I cannot. Because I have a court order. You have released yourself. I have a court order. Anybody who disagrees with this order of court, go to appeal court. That's what you tell me all the time. You are office official. You cannot preside over this case number again. Not in this life. You cannot. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. A woman here cannot force this court to preside on my case. You cannot. Not today, not till forever. You are recused putting in a case is shameful. Absolutely shameful. Shameful. This is not a court of law. This is a shrine to injustice. And I will not subject myself to it. You stand accused and you must make my case. You cannot write me.
Rufai, let me start up because this video is trending. It's everywhere. I know you have come across this video. No? Now, Rufai, I want to play a video from you for what you believe, for what you stand for what you said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to play a video for what you just said. And he made this statement today. And today, when I put up the flyer that I'm coming to send a message to you, I saw you online. And I was so glad that I have you online. I tried to call, but it didn't last long on your platform. It's about maybe not up to almost 20 something minutes. Then it went off, maybe network problem. Because I was trying to call to ask you these questions. But since I didn't get you, this is an opportunity to talk to you. And I know you are getting this message, and I know you are here. So, and I want to play what you said today being 23rd February 2025. I want to play what you said today. No, we will start from here because someone called. I will start from here because people called on the program. I was trying to get you. Believe me, I tried with my two phones, tried, but a lot of calls were coming in. Network was not okay too. So let's listen to the people, what people said, and your contribution in the guidance of their call. Okay, let's listen.
I don't know. The phone line is cracky. But you said with what IBB said, will it bring back those that are killed? Obviously not. He's told his own side of the story. It's for you to take it. It will not bring back those that were killed. It will not bring back those that were hurt. We must have a society where leaders are not allowed to act like that in the first place again. That's just it. Where leaders are accountable to the people. There's a whole back noise, please. There's a whole back noise. 08180991991. The beginning of our problem is I.
The fact you said that the people that died during June 12th, the action of IBB, will not come back alive. That we must not allow this to repeat itself again. Then Rufai, I'm asking you, the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why are you guys allowing it to repeat? It's part of it. And if IBB said that 1966 coup is not an Igbo coup, why did today Nigeria government proscribe IPOB in Nigeria? In the whole world, only in Nigeria IPOB was proscribed. Why? It was as a result of what happened in 1966 give birth to IPOB today. So if we want to stop or what happened June 12th, not to repeat itself again, why are you guys not talking about the proscription of IPOB? Is it in the right direction? Is it normal? Let's continue.
INEC. Yes, INEC too also should be checked. Because only God will be able to know what happened in our last elections in this country. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Jennings from Ijebu.
Good to have you. Go ahead.
Sorry, you see this problem in Nigeria. Our leaders, both present and past, they don't know how to go about unity in this country. It's just like this Babagada is supposed to be summoned by any head of state and question them how to do their own child. Now, that was when the president of Kenya came here. Hello?
I'm with you.
Yeah. When the president of Kenya came here, his work was to Nigerian president that they should make sure that there is a unity in this country. But the present president refused to adhere to the advice of that man. What he should have done at the president, which I expected is to ask, how can we make together in Nigeria? If there are people participating for one thing or the other, you should summon them. Also, the problem in the East now, concerning Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think this is what the man is supposed to face, ask about, and make sure that there is unity between Igbo and the whole situation. But the man told me that Kanu, I don't think this is what the man, what he should have done at the president, which I expected is to ask, how can we make together in Nigeria? If there are people participating for one thing or the other, you should summon them. Also, the problem in the East now, concerning Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think this is what the man is supposed to face, ask about, and make sure that there is unity between Igbo and the whole situation. But the man told me that I refuse to release Nnamdi Kanu, which have made it people to have a rethink and how to follow Nigeria will become one. So please, I'm advising this president should do something concerning Nnamdi Kanu's case.
Okay.
He has the right to release Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Rufai.
Yes, how are you?
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm out, Mr. Rufai.
Yeah, you're talking to me.
Hello, woman.
Hello, how are you?
I'm going, my brother.
Yeah.
I love the way you speak this morning. It makes sense to have the mindset that Igbos are regarded in this country. Even those people who are trying to marginalize the Igbos. But I believe God, because God is raising people like you to speak the truth, because the Bible says, "Thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall set us free." And I will pray that God Almighty will continue to strengthen you, give you more wisdom and the position to handle this situation in the time of future. May God bless you.
Amen. Hello. 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 Like I've always said, for the case of Nnamdi Kanu, there's a need for a political solution. Because, see, people can talk about insecurity in the East, talk about criminality. At least if Nnamdi Kanu is released, then you now know those that are perpetrating crime and criminality. I also feel it should be released. It should be released, called on the table. Let us all talk for unity of this country. The constant incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu is not the way to go. We need to be able to speak for unity and come together in this country. Hello. Criminality. I also feel it should be released. It should be released, called on the table. Let us all talk for unity of this country. The constant incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu is not the way to go. We need to be able to speak for unity. And because of Nnamdi Kanu, there's a need for a political solution. Because, see, people can talk about insecurity in the East, talk about criminality. At least if Nnamdi Kanu is released, then you now know those that are perpetrating crime and criminality. I also feel it should be released. It should be released, called on the table. Let us all talk for unity of this country. The constant incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu is not the way to go. We need to be able to speak for unity. and come together in this country. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Oseni.
Morning, what's your name?
So
This is Mark.
this short clip was today, 23rd February, being Sunday, 2025. It's from Rufai Oseni. He said he believed that Mazen Nankan should be released and come to a round table. And Rufai, this is what you believe, but you guys refuse to talk about it on Arise TV, about what happened on 10th of February 2025. You guys refuse to talk about the open letter from the man you believe that he should be free. You guys refuse to talk about it for the incarceration of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Rufai, you have come to stay. Biafra must come. We are not afraid of the Nigeria government calling us a terrorist. Terrorists that have address all over the world. Terrorists that the world can contact anytime, any day. We are proud to be that terrorist. Terrorists that protest around the world. Protest in different embassies. Terrorists that people know where they live. We are proud of that, being that terrorist Nigeria government tag us. But like as you said, that is this year you will speak truth to the leadership, to the power. We expect you to use your space, as you said, to speak the truth to the authority. Speak the truth to the Tinubu government. Tinubu is your brother, he's a Yoruba man. Speak to him. Speak to him on Arise TV, on your program. Speak. If Ndoka don't want you to speak, don't want you to stand for what you believe, if Ndoka want to reduce your energy, if Ndoka want to reduce what we know you of, tell him go to hell. It's not the end of the world. Come out. Stay on your own. People will hire you. Believe me. People will hire you because people love you the way you speak. You always speak the truth. Don't let that fire down. Don't let that fire die in you. Are they shutting you down? Are they shutting you down, Rufai? I will stop here. I say, may Chukwu Kike Abiyama goziwe gị. May Chukwu Kike Abiyama goziwe all the people that speaking the truth, standing in the path of the truth on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu issue. May Chukwu come and bless us all. Thank you, Rufai.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi asume sumwe kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting